Hey guys, welcome to my review for Fire Brigade of Flames Chapter 1. Now this chapter came out on Sunday, the day that I uploaded the review for Chapter 0. So I didn't know when Chapter 1 was going to come out, so sorry that it's late. From now on though, now that I know that to expect it around Sunday, I will be trying to upload the review, much closer to the release date. Anyway, so this chapter follows the Brigade as they go on a mission that they started at the very end of last chapter. It also gives us some details about Shinra to flesh out his backstory a bit more. We knew from the last chapter that, he had a bit of a tragic past, some crap went down, and then we find out what happens in this chapter. His powers went out of control and he ended up burning his house down, killing his mother. Yeah, I've never seen that plot point done in the manga before. But what's a little bit different this time is that not only did he accidentally kill his mother, but as well as his baby brother, which is a bit dark. The firemen say that they couldn't even find the bones of his baby brother, which I kind of feel like may be foreshadowing for 70 chapters later when this big bad guy they've been fighting turns out to be his brother. And that he didn't actually die. Ever since the house burned down, he's been training to get revenge. I know this is very distant speculation, but I mean, his bones weren't there, so who knows where he could be. Now the thing that's really sad about this is because you know how Shinra, gets a creepy smile every time he is nervous or sad or whatever. So all throughout his childhood, he's pretty much always had that creepy smile just because of how torn up he is about what he did. But because his reaction to this feeling is a creepy smile, people think that he is crazy. We see doctors trying to treat his powers by, giving him liquid nitrogen shoes. And they're like, man, this guy was just responsible for the death of his mother and brother, and look at that creepy smile, this guy is nuts. And we see him at school, people are looking at him like he's a lunatic, like nobody wants anything to do with this guy because of his weird ass face. Anyway, so they head to their mission where this dude's wife catches fire, starts going crazy, burning down the building. And man, I have to say the art in this chapter was really, really good. I mean, I'm a big fan of Okubo's art. I really like the art in Soul Eater, but this was just awesome. All the fire looked so cool. I also really like the designs for the Brigade members. They're wearing normal firefighting uniforms, but they're altered a bit. They got blue stripes. They look really badass. Anyway, so we see the second generation flame soldiers, parting the flames like friggin' Fire Moses. And we see Shinra using his third generation flame soldier powers to take out the fire person and, cleanse his soul and whatever they do. And this whole scene was really cool. Going back to the art, man, it just looked so awesome in this chapter. And then at the end, they put out the fire, and Shinra meets the husband of the wife who, caught fire and they just killed. And he's like, oh man, thank you so much for letting my wife's soul rest in peace, man. You are awesome. And then you see everyone just cheering him on. And then for the first time in a while, Shinra finally gets a new smile, which is a slightly less creepy smile, which I guess means he's happy. After such a hard life, people were finally able to look at him as a hero. Which is, of course, what his mom used to tell him he looked like when he was a kid. So I'm really liking the start of this series. Sure, it's a little bit cliched, but as long as I'm enjoying it and having fun, then that's all that really matters. Now the next chapter is called The Demon, the Knight, and the Witch, and I'm assuming this chapter will give us a bit more development for the other members of the Brigade. And the reason I think that is because Shinra is the demon, and I'm assuming that the Knight and the Witch are codenames for other Brigade members. We really don't know much about all these other guys, and hopefully they become really great characters, because Soul Eater has an amazing cast. It has my favorite group of characters in manga. So those are my thoughts on this chapter of Fire Brigade of Flames, and I will see you guys next week for a review of Chapter 2.